This is super scary, but when I read it, honestly, I wasn't surprised. So, where do you think rich international people, we're talking about hundreds of millionaires and billionaires, where do you think they hide their assets? You might think that they go to a Swiss bank account, but we now know Switzerland is opening up their ledgers to the world. That's something that is happening. It's being rolled out. Where would you hide your dirty money? Where would you hide your dirty laundry? You wouldn't think this, but in fact, international investors are laundering their money by buying expensive Manhattan apartments. Makes perfect sense. They're the new Swiss bank accounts for the super rich. 30% of all apartments between 49th and 70th Street in Manhattan and between 5th and Park Avenues are vacant at least 10 months of the year. Why is that? You would think that those would be incredibly desirable because people want to live in Manhattan, have that New York lifestyle. But in fact, since 2008, around 30% of condo sales in large-scale Manhattan developments have been buyers with overseas addresses or through secretive LLCs. Makes perfect sense, right? Where else would you hide your money? Okay, so you get a $30 million penthouse apartment in Manhattan. That money is good. You just need to set up the right kind of scheme. Check it out. Here's how this works. So it's all about corporate structuring. It's all about shell companies. It's all about bank accounts all across the world and anonymity. That's what it comes down to. Amazing. Check this out. Here's how it would work. Here's a hypothetical example. Behind a New York City deed, there may be a Delaware LLC, which may be managed by a shell company in the British Virgin Islands, which may be owned by a trust in the Isle of Man, which may have a bank account in Liechtenstein, managed by the private banker in Geneva. The true owner behind the structure might be known only to the banker. That is how you hide behind your money. That is how you launder money in an environment where you would think there would be some regulation on the global scale. You just buy a huge apartment and set up such a confusing structure that there's nothing else that you can do, and no one can trace it to you. There's just no way around it. So, very interesting stuff. Let me know what you think about in the comments below, folks.